Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to our session today, where we'll be exploring the future of HR and the top tech trends shaping tomorrow's workplace. Okay, we took a moment to ensure that everyone has joined us before we began, and during this time, let's do a quick sound check. If you can hear us clearly, actually, we can skip this part, I guess. Okay, great. So it looks like we're ready to start. Welcome to our webinar on the future of HR, top tech trends shaping tomorrow's workplace. Today, we'll be diving into the latest HR technology trends and innovations and how they're reshaping tomorrow's workplace. By the end of this session, our goal is for you to gain valuable insights into this emerging technology and how you can leverage them to future-proof your organization. To guide you through today's session, we have an expert lineup, and I'm thrilled to introduce my colleague Christina. Christina is a prototyping and innovation expert at Zalaris, where she specializes in integrating cutting-edge data analysis with human resource technology. And with a PhD in heavy ion nuclear physics, Christina has a strong background in developing advanced detector response models for high-tech particle detectors. Before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Adelina Elliott, and I'll be your guide for today's session. I also have a few housekeeping notes before we dive into the content. So if you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to leave them in the chat and we can answer them after the session. Additionally, the session is being recorded and will be shared with you after this event. So that's enough of an introduction. The stage is yours, Christina.
All right. Thank you very much, Adelina. Good morning, everyone. Welcome also from my side. Today we will discuss trends in HR technology. And for the agenda for today, it is very simple. So we will first go through the why we need technology in HR. Then what are those technology trends? And in the end, we will discuss how you can prepare for implementing those changes. So in the question, why integrate technology in HR? This has to do a lot with the role of HR. So traditionally, HR had an administrative role to simply execute tasks. So within this role, the technology is to allow for cost reduction by automating tasks. So, but if you consider now the emerging role of HR as a strategic partner for decision makers, then the role of technology might be different in this case. So for a strategic HR, the role of technology is to enable HR to create and deliver business value, which is then aligned with the enterprise's strategic goals. Jumping to the trends in technology. So this is the what technologies are there, the question on what. I will focus on a major task on HR. This is the employee lifecycle management. And I will present the aspect of HR, of the traditional role of HR and the aspect of the strategic role of HR. So in the aspect of talent acquisition, so the mission is to identify talents for your company, and the procedure is to scan for a labor market for candidates. You can have technology which is helping you scan through professional networks, like LinkedIn, for example, and this would help you to get faster results with, at the same time, bigger outreach. However, if you see HR as a much more strategic partner, having a proactive role instead of reactive, being ahead of the numbers, leading the numbers, then the mission in this case would be to align the strategy and the hiring goals. So if you have, for example, a question like, are 1,000 artificial intelligence specialists available in this country? You can use tools to help you scan the full labor market. The difference in this case is that you have use AI to help you make an intelligent applicant tracking system. So instead of searching through keywords or through certificates, you are enabled to search for skills, even for cultural match if you want. So the added value in this approach would be that you start hiring proactively and you have an efficient strategy implementation in this example. Now, jumping to the recruiting, it is a simpler task. It will help you recruit personnel for specific openings. And this is for the traditional role of HR. So the typical procedure is to publish openings on multiple platforms. The assisting technologies is mostly oriented on so-called applicant tracking systems, which allow you to access multiple platforms in real time, having a common user interface. Think of those applicant tracking systems as tools which allow you to share the job opening in different platforms, like you have share media on your phone on, for example, WhatsApp or email and so on. So this has this kind of sharing function. It allows you to be more efficient when you are communicating on multiple platforms. But now in the proactive and the strategic mode, the mission is slightly changing. It's like you want to improve the matches between role and candidate. You want to consider both hard and soft skills, and you want technology to support you on that. So you can use tools on predictive analysis, which help you gain insights by analyzing historical hiring and performance data. This will help you identify the most likely successful candidate based on data. The added value is also not only the best matching candidates, but also to achieve bias minimization. Sometimes there is bias which is not even conscious, and technology can help you overcome this. On the onboarding, the task is to integrate the new employees, to give them the paperwork, inform them about policies, and so on. So technologies which are already in the market offer you digital forms, electronic signatures, automatic workflow, and so on. It helps you accelerate the task. It helps you have efficient and standardized procedures, require minimal manual intervention. On the strategic side, you want to integrate employees smoothly into the organization and their roles. So the technology that will assist you in that is AI based. You can use virtual assistants using this technology to accompany the new employees, answer questions, even suggest contacts with similar skills within the enterprise. Artificial intelligence analyzes the new hires role, experience, and skills to generate a tailored onboarding schedule. Regarding the performance, the mission traditionally is to track and optimize it ideally. So you want to track project progresses, organize reporting and reviews. Current technology helps you generate automatically the reports, have reviews, and so on. And this is a tool that helps HR minimize the process overhead. But if you think a little bit further, a little bit deeper, in the sense of being proactive and strategic partner, the mission also changes slightly, or even a lot, is to obtain the best performance while maintaining employee satisfaction and mental well-being. You want to minimize bias in performance evaluation, and also suggest best learning paths based on individual performance and career goals. So you can use predictive analysis, AI-based tools to scan historical personal records and performance data of employees for patterns to help you see where you start losing performances, help you identify reasons why, um, and help you react proactively on indicated wanted or unwanted evolutions. The added value here would be not only to increase productivity for the employees, but also to ensure that they have better health and employee satisfaction. Regarding the development and training, traditionally HR aims at training employees on the roles, on the technologies they want to use. The technologies used are in a kind of buzzword, they're called learning management systems. So those are technologies which allow you to generate and distribute training material and also follow up the employees, or if the employees have completed that training. It helps you do that automatically and also track and certificate generation for progress. But what if in a more proactive approach, the mission is to train the personnel according to individual needs, to methods. You can use generative AI to create individualized training material, including automatic answering of questions. This can help you gaining faster learning speed, adapted to each role and needs, but also to different learning, not only learning speeds, but also different personalities and different needs. Regarding the offboarding, so the mission traditionally is, let's say, quite straightforward. Terminate the contracts, hand over responsibilities, archive data, establish handover, and so on. Typical technologies for these tasks are digital e-forms, electronic signatures, and automatic workflow management. And those help you ease the defined procedures and follow the defined procedures without additional effort. The offboarding one thing that gets a little bit more complicated or more deeper approach or deeper insight in this approach. Like if you have employees terminating and you're going through the offboarding procedure, in the sense of being proactive, you want to understand the impact of losing this skill set. You want to decide to have decisions if you want to fill that gap or not. Apply corrective measures for brain drain. Analyze the reasons behind. Not only follow the task, the daily task, but also analyze the reasons behind the offboarding. The added value by having a AI-assisted technology is that you can generate improved understanding of the lost know-how, and you can, for example, suggest in-house candidates and documentation processes for knowledge transfer. And the strategic goal of such approach here would be to reduce the loss of know-how and apply corrective measures. Those approaches presented here are more like an inspiration for you to see how you can apply technology depending on the role and the mission of HR in each of those steps. So if you want to have an HR which is more proactive rather than reactive, you can use powerful predictive analytics to, for example, align hiring strategy with business strategic goals and vice versa. Identify best matching candidates based on skill and company culture. And also identify at-risk employees for proactive engagement. It can suggest interventions and approaches to improve job satisfaction and loyalty. And in general, you can use Gen AI tools to help you generate personalized material according to roles and needs. On the last question is how to prepare your organization for the future. So the roadmap would go as follows. The first thing and very important step is to create cross-functional teams. Get together management, HR, IT. Create something like a task force or a think tank. Put people discussing together and exchanging ideas, describing problems and challenges. Once you have those teams together, you're ready to establish a digital roadmap, which is aligned with business goals. And after this, once this roadmap is ready, you are then ready to choose a technology, which is to follow this mission. It is important to remember that technology should serve you and not you, the technology. Once the technology is chosen, then it is time to go for implementation phase. And there you would probably need to engage your top experts, depending on the challenge to follow. And last but not least, the training is a very, very important aspect because the workforce must know how to use what you have implemented. They must also know the limits of each tool, especially if those are AI related. If you apply training, you have higher chances of efficient use of your product and reaching your goals. And with this, I have reached at the end of today's content. If there are any questions.
Okay, thank you, Christina. Wow, you've covered a lot today. I have a question for you. You mentioned Gen AI. What exactly is that?
Gen AI is it's a term covering this technology that allows you to generate meaningful text, generate images, and generate content. So it is a technology you find behind, for example, the ChatGPT. So it can generate for you content like meaningful text and images. So it can interact with you and generate content for you.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Could you expand a bit on AI governance?
AI governance is actually a framework that help you understand AI aspects of ethics, of cybersecurity, of bias and accountability, and so on. So, for example, if you have a content or suggestion based on AI input, who is the owner of this intellectual property? Who is accountable if AI suggests you a solution that implies by accident a lot of bias? Who is accountable for that? So those are such questions aside of cybersecurity and data protection that are to be considered when you want to choose an AI-based technology.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting and very big topic.